Hey guys, my name is Oleg and I'm working on my first Unreal Engine 5 game. The working title, at least for now, is Circulation, and it's gonna be a puzzle platformer game with mazes. I'm putting a lot of time and effort and thought into this game because I want to make a really high quality game. That's my goal. So if you're a game developer yourself and looking for, inspiration or motivation or technical insights regarding Unreal Engine 5 or design in general, or if you're someone who just enjoys unique games and want to have a look behind the scenes, this devlog is for you. So what is Circulation? How did it start and where is it right now? Circulation is a puzzle game where you control this sphere and roll around and trying to find your way through this dark, mystical, mechanical labyrinth. However, this might not be the maze you have in mind, because in Circulation you have circular mazes. That means you have platforms that are surrounded by multiple rings that are building basically sections or islands that are intertwined with each other. And by exploring the environment, you will find mechanical structures that can be manipulated. Just by bumping into them or pushing them will change the structure or the constellation of the rings to create a pathway to go from point A to point B and to point C and maybe back to point B to accomplish a level or accomplish a certain puzzle. There is no minimap. There are no arrows that telling you where to go or no NPC that tells you what you have to do. You have to find it out for yourself. It's just you, your puzzle solving skills and your memory. There is no enemy that can hurt you, and you don't have to be worried about jump scares. The worst thing that could happen to you is you fall down into the nothingness. That's just a very general and quick breakdown of the concept of the game, and I will go more into detail on things like mechanics, visuals, and sound design in my next videos. And if you want to know a certain specific thing about the game, just write it down in the comments and let me know. And just a quick summary on how it started. I will link a video in the description for you that I made before. It's a more general video, what I was able to do after working with Unreal for about 10 months. And the thing is, you will probably not recognize the game because it doesn't look anything like it looks right now. In the beginning I thought I will just make a simple game with a rolling ball because I don't have to do animations and stuff like this. But it turns out it's not that simple. The difficulties or the problems are just different. And honestly, it took me quite some time figuring out suiting gameplay for this type of player character, this rolling ball that is unique enough and hasn't been done over and over before, as you see with this type of games usually. At some point I got this idea of a maze and I thought, well, in its core it's not very complicated. You just have to get out, right? But how to make it more interesting? And then I remembered the story about the Labyrinth of Minos and the Minotaur. And in some depictions it has a circular labyrinth. But instead of creating a huge solid circular labyrinth, what about separating those pathways into different rings that are independently rotating around a center point? And this is where I thought this might be interesting. It might be worth putting more time and effort into. The thing is, just moving platforms in itself are not very challenging. They just rotate and you have to wait until you can, walk over them. So instead, why not give the player the ability to control them and to manipulate them in a way that he needs to solve a certain puzzle? And so this is how the core idea of the game got together. As for the current state of the game, I have a couple of mechanics that control the platforms and some other puzzles that will interact with the environment. Right now I finished the animations, the events and the sound design for a level transition out of the level into the next one. And the next thing I will be focusing on will be an animation to spawn the player into the level. So yeah, that's it guys. Circulation devlog number 1. I hope it was interesting. I hope you got some out of this, some inspiration or some learnings. And if you saw something interesting in this video that you would like to know more about, just write it down in the comments. More interesting things are on the way. Thank you for watching. Bye.